Welcome guys, this is Edwin, and today we're going to be talking about the custom AD-20 by Demko knife, the Demko brothers, John and Andrew Demko. And if you're not familiar, Andrew Demko is really well known in the community as an innovator in the whole locking mechanisms for folding knives, okay? He's the creator of lock mechanisms like the triad lock that is heavily used by cold steel, okay? And in Demko knife, their latest folder is this one, the AD-20, that features their new shark lock because of that little fin right there, like you can see, okay? And we'll look at it, but let me tell you a little bit how I got this knife. Big shout out to the KnifeJunkie podcast. Those guys have an excellent weekly podcast, but not only that, they also do these live shows, and these every 2 months or every quarter they do these town hall meetings that they invite knife makers and they chat with them in a live event. These through YouTube, guys, okay? Live event, you can join, you can ask questions. And this last Saturday, there was one of these events, and they have like 3 or 4 or 5 knife makers there. And one of them was Andrew Demko, okay? And sometime in these events, you will see that the knife makers, like Andrew said, he was like, hey, I picked some 4 unique AD-20s. I know that these guys are sold out everywhere, but if you are interested, right now you can buy one of this, and just send me an email and go for it. So that's exactly what I did. I saw this one that is the thumb stud version of the AD-20. There's other versions with an opening here as well, but I really like this configuration, and I was like, oh man, I'm going with it. So let's look at it. And big shout out to KnifeJunkie. I think they're doing a great thing, Bob and Jim out there. So check them out, okay? Now, the AD-20 is a decent sized knife, guys. We're talking about a 3.5 inch blade. This is how it compares with the CQC7. 3.5 inches, and overall is 8.5 inches, I think, if I remember correctly. So great size, not super big, but you can see it's definitely taller than your normal knife, right? It's a pretty tall knife right there. Let's see how it compares with the Spyderco Tenacious, so you can get an idea, okay? And last but not least, let's see how it compares with the Buck 110, another USA-made knife right there for you. Okay, and again, we know the Buck 110 is a big knife, and that's how it compares with the AD-20. And now the big thing about the AD-20 is that shark lock, like I mentioned. And Andrew has some great videos about it, but at the end of the day, is this thing that you engage by just pushing back, and then it releases the blade, okay? And then if you want to engage the blade, you just open it, and you will see how that lock gets engaged right there, okay? And now it's engaged. And guys, this is solid, great lock, okay? And he's saying, he have mentioned that he have tested this style of lock for the past 10 years, back and forth in some of these town hall meeting. He shows some of the prototype, how the lock changed and evolutionized and all that. So pretty cool to see. Now let's look at this blade. This blade, beautiful stone wash finish. I really like that finish. No logos. That's pretty cool, I will say. I think there is a hollow grind. Okay, let's see if I can look at that. I think, yeah, it's a hollow grind. It's a thick stock, but it's a slicer, guys. It's a thick stock, but it's definitely a slicer. That's pretty aggressive jimping right there. You also have some jimping in that lock. And one thing I like, given that I'm an Emerson fan, is that when you hold this, okay, by default, I go into this mode right here. For me, this is a very natural way of holding a folder because I'm so used to the ramp of the wave. Okay, so this worked really good for me. Okay, and then if you want to disengage this, you just press back, right, and throw it like that, like an Axis lock, I will say. Okay, really solid knife. It reminds me of the CQC12. Okay, that handle right there reminds me of the CQC12, that it works really good for me. You know, that kind of bayonet style of handle. It works really good for me, okay? I have large hands, but you know, if you have bigger hands than me, then you might have a problem. But again, I think for most of the guys out there, this handle will work excellent for you, okay? I have no issues with it. Again, like I mentioned, this one has a thumb stud. One thing you can see in this case, I think I mentioned that is a 3V steel right there. Very accessible no matter what, you know, lefty or righty right there through that thumb stud, or you can use just that lock like that, right? No issues. Again, great ergonomics. I have no issues with it. I haven't used it that much, so I'm new to Demko knife, so we'll see how, you know, how it works. I can see that these corners here are a little bit sharp, but I'm not feeling them, okay? So I think it's a non-issue right there. I think this is going to be a great ergonomic knife, and I'm looking forward to start using it more and more. One cool thing is you can see in that pivot, Demko knives, and then you will see, I imagine, where they're located in Wampum, PA. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. One thing I really love is that G10 with green tones that, man, it looks like my Carta to me, so I love it. As soon as he showed it, I'm like, oh yeah, I need to get that one. I imagine this is very specific style of clip for Demko knives, and then you have those stand-ups just like I'm used with Emerson. So pretty cool knife. Again, I just wanted to show you guys this quick knife I just got this week, you know, the AD-20 by Demko knives. I'm really excited to have it in my collection, and big shout out to the KnifeJunkie guys. I think they're doing a great job, and thanks to them, I was able to jump in and get one of these babies right here in my collection. So thanks a lot, and you guys stay sharp. Have a good day. You know where to contact me through Instagram, YouTube, Facebook group, or USN Photos. That we're always there talking knives and having a great time. Thank you guys. Bye.